Welcome to the Angel Empowerment Healing Show with your hosts, Cindy Smith and Sam Bell. Join them every week as they share powerful tools, advice, and angel messages that will empower you to own your wellness.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Angel Empowerment Healing Show with myself, Cindy Smith.
And with me, Sam Bell. And those of you who are keeping up with our podcasts will know that the last one that we recorded, we pulled a card and it was the Ignite Passion card. Both Cindy and I were like, whoa, this one really goes along with joy, which has been one of our subjects of the last few podcasts. So I encourage you to go back and listen to those. But yeah, joy, passion. Cindy, what are we doing at the moment?
I woke up this morning and I said to myself, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this day because we are in the 4th day of teaching our Angel Empowerment Healing course. And right now, as we speak, our practitioners are off practicing with each other. So one is a client, one is a healer. So this is my passion. I love to teach and I love to witness the aha moments with our students, and Sam and I still get the aha moments along the way also. And it does ignite our passion. It's that gives us that spark and that push to continue doing what we love to do. And with Archangel Raphael, it's easy. You know, we say this over and over again, but anybody can be an angel empowerment healer. It's setting intention. Of course, we have the program set up very easy for you to be able to learn it and practice it and be out there. So our passion is to have thousands of angel empowerment practitioners out there in the world, because it's creating health one person at a time with our practitioners. However, for us, when we're teaching it, it's creating health more than one person at a time. It's all of the students in our course. Right, Sam?
Oh, I know. And I was only telling my husband this morning, how much I love to teach. I mean, I started out, I was a nurse and a midwife, and I was teaching child development to university students who were doing their nursing. And I loved that, all the preparation. I would get that little bit of anxiety about it and I'd be thinking, what? But then when I was actually teaching and seeing the light bulb moments, it was like, that was my passion. And I see it here. And we've had a few of those revelations, and even things that when you and I get together, Cindy, and we're teaching, it's like, oh, this is something else. Our students always bring something new and fresh to the teaching, and their experiences are all different, and we learn from them. But those light bulb moments, and I was like, oh, I didn't think about that before. Oh my goodness. Like, can I say Michelle this morning when she was talking about Amakua?
Yeah.
Like, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
I was like, do you want to expand on that so that they understand?
Yeah, so I've talked about the 3 minds. If you go back to the beginning of our podcast, because you can find any of our podcasts, but we talk about the 3 minds, and this is why the Angel Empowerment Healing Program really does work. Quantum physics, of course, is top at the list. However, the 3 minds philosophy falls right into quantum physics. So data brain tells the unconscious mind, which is computer brain, and then the computer connects with our Amakua, our higher self. And we were talking about healing with babies, right? And how that works with the language. And Michelle, one of the longtime practitioners in my world, she's an amazing healer. She said, so when you're working with babies, Cindy, and we're doing the language, isn't that isn't that like both Amakua's higher selves connecting with each other so that the baby's higher self is receiving the information and the healing as the language being said? And I went, yes, Michelle, perfect way to put that. So it is our passion. We are always learning also as teachers. I believe every teacher is. If you're passionate about what you're doing, you're open to receive from your students. So talk about a little bit of that example of working with babies and young ones that are unable to say the language as we're doing angel empowerment healing.
Well, as you know, my background is midwifery. So, and then before I became a midwife, I was working in pediatrics, working with children, sick children. And when I first became an angel empowerment healer, I attracted a lot of babies to my case studies. And I remember thinking, how's the best way for me to get them to repeat the language? They can't speak, but I trusted that Archangel Raphael would connect with them. But I would ask the mums to repeat the language. And I remember one mum in particular, she was insistent that I go to their home when she's putting baby down to sleep in the evening. So I would do that, and then we would read the language, the angel empowerment healing language, to baby, and mum would repeat it, and baby was sleeping. So it was going straight to baby's unconscious mind. And then the other thing was I realized that baby had been in utero for 9 months and had been hearing mum's voice. So familiar, so comforting. So baby was just taking that language in. And we had amazing results. In fact, mum asked me to do the same with her second child, who was born with a similar illness, for want of a better word. But it was pretty cool. I just loved how the three minds worked, even with a young baby.
And that, so we pulled the card, Ignite Passion, and we're giving you examples of, we're passionate about this program. We get to witness the healing that happens for our client. We get clients. We get to witness the healing that even takes place with the angel empowerment practitioners in the 5-day course, because they're on speed mode, because they get to practice from the beginning to end of 4 sessions within the 5 days. And it does. Okay. So look at it for our listeners. Think of it like this. If you've ever, if you've been drawn to work in the healing world, whether it's in Western medicine as like Sam, a nurse, or for in the healing world of different healing modalities out there, if you're passionate about it, think of that as whenever you work with a client and you're in that passion and the joy to be the healer, to be the conduit for Archangel Raphael, when you are in that vibration, you are actually enhancing the healing opportunity for your client because of that higher self connection. Because our higher self knows that extreme passion and joy of our soul and who we are and what we are about. And so when our Amakuas are able to link and connect with the angels, with our client, in that way, that's healing in itself. It's because we're connected to that. I refer to it as the God spirit within, also Amakua, but it's our Amakua that's connected to the angels. And so here we are, both on a conscious level and an unconscious level and a higher self level, working with clients to assist with their healing journey. Now, all the client has to do is be open to receive. And that's why it makes it easier when we talk about the child receiving the healing it's like a direct link in, because the child is more connected to the higher self without any of the debris in between. Am I making sense, Sam? I hope I'm making sense.
You are, but I think that maybe just for our listeners who may not be familiar, as a baby, you have few experiences, but as we get older and we experience things and we're told things that we should do and we shouldn't do, and we have experiences that leave us stressed or worried or anxious about whether it'll happen again, we collect what we call this debris, doesn't matter what you call it, but for want of a better word, it's debris. And it can very often block the receipt of healing, block the messages. How many times can, if you felt anxious or concerned or worried, can you really connect with somebody else? It's really difficult. You become closed. You start to close down. You start to shield and protect yourself. That's not the state that you want to be in to be able to receive joy and to receive healing. Does that maybe make a little more sense to our listeners?
Well, and yes, so think of it this way also. Amaku, or our higher self, knows our perfect health. Mm-hmm. And so as healers, when we are communicating and, we have all this language that we've created, when we are communicating and the client is repeating the language, it is giving permission for that higher self to be working with Archangel Raphael and the three minds to receive the healing, because you're saying it out loud to yourself as you're receiving. And the key, one of the keys, I'm always saying then the key is this and the key is that, but one of the key is that the higher self knows our perfect health. And when we're asking to be in that healing modality and stop the pain or change something that's happening with our physical body, your higher self is kicking in, and it truly knows your health and your passion. It's like it wants to ignite that passion back for you. But if any of our listeners have experienced any type of illness or type of pain, you know how it's hard to get up in the morning and be passionate about your day. And that is one of the reasons that your higher self will encourage you to be doing the healing and doing the change and allowing for the healing so that you can get back into your joy of waking up every day without the extreme pain and stop owning the illness in a way that is affecting you in a negative way. Right? So, like I've just touched on, here we never, it's ad-lib, but I'm thinking about what our higher self does, and I really haven't talked about it in this way. So thanks to Michelle for bringing it up about with the babies and doing healing. I'm always saying that our language that's created with this program is telling the computer what to do. However, our computer is tapped in to our higher self, which knows our perfect health, which understands what's going to bring us joy and peace and happiness and passion. So the more work we can do to create that health with our unconscious mind, the easier it is to tap into our higher self.
Yeah, and for anybody from a clinical field listening to this, I just want to say that, the Angel Empowerment Healing Program is a complementary therapy. It works alongside Western medicine. But as a practitioner and as a healthcare practitioner, I know that when I work with a patient who is motivated, who feels positive, who has a passion for their life, I know that they are going to succeed in their health goals. This is why we work so beautifully alongside Western medicine. And Western medicine, it just packages this up in a different way. I talk to our practitioners, Cindy, about how important the therapeutic relationship is. And I know that any therapists out there, whatever your modality, you know how powerful that therapeutic relationship is. And that positivity and that passion I mean, both of us speak on stage, Cindy. And when you're on stage and you're speaking with passion, people want to be a part of that. It brings people in, it attracts people, which is basically the law of attraction, And this is what I love about the work that I do in both of my worlds. It's just packaged in a different way. But this just totally makes sense to me, And when I think about that passion and joy, that is our healing. What was it they used to say? Laughter is the best medicine. Our ancestors, they kind of knew this stuff, right?
Yes, absolutely. And to talk about, us on stage and what brings us passion, one of our students that is in the course, they said it was when you got up on stage and started talking vital balance is where she knew she wanted to take this course, right?
I didn't know that.
And you were vital balance. You were, that's been our real focus lately with the Angel Empowerment Healing. So your passion shines through.
Yay. I love that. Thank you. I didn't actually, this is live and it's unscripted and I didn't actually know that. But
yes, that's why she's taking the course today, because of the presentation that we did in Saskatoon live and we talked about vital balance.
Yeah, and she's actually traveled as well. She's
traveled to Calgary to be in person with us. So
fantastic.
Passion. What ignites your passion? What ignites your healing passion? What ignites that joy purpose? Because we've talked about joy is life purpose. And the more that we're in joy, that is really hand in hand with what brings us passion. It's what we want to get up and do every day. And we love the Angel Empowerment Healing Program. Yes, it is some hours putting things together and making things happen. But the outcome for us is that being witness and knowing you and I, Sam, are on track for doing what we love to do.
Yeah.
And thank you to our listeners. Thank you to our practitioners. Thank you to everybody that is supporting us in doing what we love to do. And, our goal is to have thousands of practitioners around the world doing angel empowerment healing. And you can take the course with us online or live. So we've got people sitting here in the course with us in Calgary, but we have people on live on Zoom and other locations. That's a great thing about technology. You can do things in person. You also can do on live, and it's great. It's great practice for our students that are doing it on Zoom, because they really learn how well angel empowerment healing works long distance. And
of course, I teach the quantum physics, Cindy, and the quantum physics proves it. So that they're actually practicing the quantum physics and understanding how the quantum physics is actually working.
Yes.
Sorry, I have to get my quantum physics.
Yes, no, right. You do an amazing job with the quantum physics. Okay.
Yes. We're nearly up. Only we're. Yeah.
Okay. How do people find the program, the Vital Balance and the Angel Empowerment? How do they find it online, Sam, if they've just heard the podcast for the first time? So, and our community, because we've got a community.
AngelEmpowermentHealing.com. And everything is there. You just plug in AngelEmpowermentHealing.com. You can join our community. There's a nice, easy button at the top of the website there to join our community. And when you join our community, you actually get access to some free meditations that Cindy has recorded for you. And then there's also the Vital Balance there, which is an online course. So you can do that as you go, but then you get a 6-month membership to join Cindy and I live once a month to keep you in vital balance. And that's all nervous system and vagal nerve healing. and it complements Angel Empowerment Healing beautifully. So, yeah, angelempowermenthealing.com. You can also listen to the podcast on there. All of our episodes are there in the podcast button. So there you go. It's all there. Lots of freebies.
And our next Angel Empowerment Healing Program course that you could take in person in Lake Lenore, Saskatchewan, because I'll be traveling there. But Sam will be at home online, and it is October 26th. Did I get that right, Sam?
You know, I should know before.
I'm just looking it up on my calendar before I get it wrong. No, I got it wrong.
You got it wrong?
I did. It starts October 23rd to 27th. Okay. That's the next course. So you've got time. The best thing to do, if you've been kind of on the fence and wondering, shout out to Sam and I, do a little bit of research on the website, what it's all about, but make a deposit and register, okay? Because it's a few months away and it will fill up quickly. So please, it's up on my website, cindysmithap.com. Easy for you to register there. So we would love to have you as an angel empowerment healer and join our world of passion to help other people. So, bye for now. My name is Cindy Smith. Oh, Sam just reminded me we got to pull a card for our next theme for the podcast.
So, as everybody knows who listens to us, this is completely unscripted. And we basically ask Archangel Raphael to give us the subject matter for the next podcast recording. So, shall I go, Cindy? Have I got the deck here?
I'll do one. I'll do one from the Inspire, Change, and Healing one.
Go for it. All right.
deck, Inspire, Change, and Healing. Let's see what Raphael says for our next. Change energy cords. Have we done the energy cord talk yet?
I don't know that we have.
Okay, well.
Okay.
How do we change energy cords for ourselves? That is a great healing topic. So changing energy cords. So thank you, Raphael, for continuing to guide us. Find your passion, everyone. Find it or increase it. Figure out how to increase your passion. So once again, bye for now. My name is Cindy Smith.
And my name is Sam Bell. And if you tune in next time, we'll be here. Get ready for changing your energy cords. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us on the Angel Empowerment Healing Show. Your hosts, Cindy Smith and Sam Bell, will be back next week with more tools, advice, and angel messages to empower you to own your wellness. Visit our podcast page at www.angelempowermenthealing.com/podcast, where you will receive 3 healing meditations recorded as a thank you for being one of our listeners.